Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we're having a lot of fun so far. But before we move forward in the show here, we have to pour one out.
How do I say goodbye?
Well, just days after several locations of this restaurant abruptly closed, the company has now filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and we're pouring one out today for Buca di Beppo.
Son of a bitch. I'm so angry.
I didn't mean to upset you so much this morning.
Everything I love closes.
Well, according to court documents, just before midnight, August 4th, the Orlando-based company currently holds $0 to $50,000 in assets.
I didn't know they were based in Orlando. Isn't that weird?
It does seem weird for an Italian restaurant, a legitimate, authentic Italian restaurant.
Damn straight.
They're everywhere. They're delicious.
So not only do their assets are like, again, talking about us being poor but not getting cancer.
Well, yeah, the owners won't get cancer. Buca di Beppo, that's nice.
They certainly won't with this. The assets are $0 to $50,000. They owe at least $15 to $50 million to at least 30 creditors.
Oh.
Sounds familiar, actually.
Do you own Buca di Beppo?
maybe I'm the owner and don't realize it.
Wait a damn minute.
So they closed. They closed 13 stores abruptly. I don't understand this closing abruptly thing that's just all of a sudden become a trend in 2024, like the Hancock Signature Room, like the Uncle Julio's Foxtrot. And also, what's the other one? Dom's Kitchen, their partner.
Yeah.
And then Uncle Julio's on North Avenue. They don't just say we're going to close in a couple weeks like a going on a business sale, like a furniture store, and give you a few weeks to enjoy it. They just close.
Yeah.
Now, the closest one to us was East 86th Street in Indianapolis, Indiana. Case the producer's hometown.
I've been to that Buca di Beppo many times.
My prom dinner was at Buca di Beppo.
Aw.
Oh, it
Aw.
was so fun.
What happened at prom?
I danced? I don't know. What do you mean?
That's all I needed to hear, I
How about
guess.
you don't try to figure out what the 16-year-old is doing at prom, you weirdo?
Just thought you might want to share something.
I'm going to show with R. Kelly over here.
Fess up to anything, maybe.
Now, there's only one Buca di Beppo running in the Chicagoland area, as far as we can tell, in Lombard.
Yep. Shout out Lombard.
Shout out. That's 90 Yorktown Road in Lombard. It says they have outdoor seating and serves vegetarian dishes as well. But, of course, we know you go to Buca di Beppo, you're getting the meatballs, the pasta, the gnocchi. Oh,
The big cake.
Oh, the big cake.
The big cake.
They have a huge cake case.
Oh.
It's
I've
huge.
never had the cake.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's good. It's a good time. You never will, so I'm sorry.
Well, if I make the trip to Lombard today before they shutter their doors as well.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, sometimes bankruptcy, they keep it open for a while. And this one opens at 11 a.m., this Buca di Beppo in Lombard's.
Oh, we should go.
Yeah. We'll see. What other hours? How late they stay open? 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Buca di Beppo in Lombard is open. There used to be one on Clark Street, right between, like kind of toward Wrigleyville, like south of Belmont. There used to be a spot to go for concerts at the Metro. We'd all stop there beforehand.
Well, that's fun.
Load up with pasta.
Nothing like a big old bowl of pasta where you mosh.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Got to get that carb load in.
Why do you smell like fettuccine?
Getting ready to go to the System of a Down show. Give me some of that pasta. Oh, it was a known spot, and bands used to stop there too. It just became that kind of cool spot to stop at, the Buca di Beppo on Clark. Rest in peace, along with the other ones now that are going down. But
I have a question about Buca di Beppo, if that's okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the location I went to was the one in Indianapolis that you mentioned, and I guess I'm curious to know if this was a nationwide thing or if this was exclusive to the Indianapolis market, because if it was only in Indy, I'm going to sound insane when I say this. But Kenzie, like, say for the one you went to for prom, did they have a room that had a table that had a bust of Pope John Paul II at it?
Wow. I was pretty busy that day. I don't remember the bus. I remember there was an awesome table in the kitchen that we didn't get, so it kind of put me in a bad mood because we were heading towards it, then we turned.
Oh, by the kitchen or in the kitchen?
It was like in the kitchen.
Yeah, they have that kitchen table.
Yeah, and I wanted it. I remember that. That hurt my core.
Okay, but you don't remember anything about the Pope.
I gotta be honest. If I saw a statue of the Pope, I don't know if I would be like, well, that's the Pope.
Okay, that's funny in its own right.
I think I would be like, well, it's a chef hat.
No.
He's an Italian chef.
The Pope has a different hat than chefs.
Well, I mean, when it's all stone, though, it's hard to tell.
I guess. I don't know. Could somebody on the text line help me out? Did your local Buca di Beppo have a bust of the Pope in it? Or was that just mine?
Oh, God.
That's interesting.
I know. It's a weird question, but I don't know if that was a nationwide thing or if that was an Indianapolis exclusive.
Weren't you like into the pasta? You're looking around at like, well, how'd you even see this? There's so much stuff in there.
I can't explain how vital this was to the core of the restaurant.
I've got to speak up for Case here. You're not going to miss a bust of the Pope. If you're eating pasta or Caesar salad or whatever, I think you're going to notice that and go, is that old Batman? Like, who is that?
You know what?
That's Adam West.
If this Indianapolis one is going to close, Case, you should go because a lot of times you can buy the old stuff from the restaurant. You should go buy the Pope.
That's true. I'd love to buy a booth for my apartment. I'd love to have a restaurant booth in my home.
Please get the Pope and the booth and bring it to your new apartment and see what your girlfriend says.
Okay. So Mike checks in from 312, says, I've been to 2 different locations, Case, and there is definitely a John Paul Pope bust.
John Paul II.
John Paul II bust in both locations.
See, you don't know who it is either. That's not fair.
Well, he spelled it John Pope Paul.
John Pope Paul.
His middle name's Pope.
Well, if his middle name would have been Pope, I would have been able to recognize him.
Yeah, I mean, he's the Pope. But why just John Paul? Why not other popes?
I think because of when it was built. John Paul was there for a while.
Yeah.
Not one of my
Was he
favorite popes.
Was he a Buca di Beppo guy?
Oh, was he an investor?
You have like a sign.
Do you think every time you donate to the Catholic Church, money gets funneled into Buca di Beppo? That's the donations plate?
Well, obviously it's run low lately.
People aren't going to church as much anymore.
Oh,
God.
why don't they
It's
pass the
bringing the whole
collection plate at the restaurant then? Keep it open. That might work. All right, here's Gil Curtis with your headline.
This is not headline news. Aerosmith has retired from touring after announcing Steven Tyler's vocal injury is not recoverable. In Tyler's honor, scarves tied to mic stands will be lowered to half-mast. Tom Cruise will appear in the Olympics closing ceremony. He chose to participate in it because it's not his daughter's life. Dolce & Gabbana has launched a new perfume for dogs. It's called Eau de Turd. RFK Jr. admitted he dumped a dead bear cub in Central Park. No word on where he plans to dump his dead presidential campaign. And kids in school are learning a new version of the alphabet song. What's the old one? Asked a man in West Virginia. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
All right, there's something we do, and it doesn't necessarily happen every day, but it can happen weekly, sometimes monthly. Sadly, for some people, it doesn't happen very often at all. It doesn't involve alcohol or drugs, but it gives you a buzz for 216 minutes, close to 4 hours. And what that is, you get that buzz from, legitimately, physically, you get endorphins released, and you get a legitimate buzz off of, is when you score a good deal. When you score a good
like
deal.
things on sale and stuff?
Anything, but maybe it's something, a surprise more to you. Like, you do know about it, for example. Like, you go into a store, you know they have a sale. That's fine. You know you're going to get a good deal. Like, let's say Kohl's. Kohl's has a sale like every week, I'm pretty sure in there. But maybe it's a little surprise. You see it and you go, oh, my God. Like, no one knows about this deal. And I'll give you an example. I was with my brother last week driving somewhere where I don't usually drive, and the cheapest gas in the area was Speedway. We saw it there. So let's go in the Speedway. It's the cheapest. I got to fill up. So I go in there, and I have the Speedway app. And I said, let me put the app in because I get reward points, and I can go use it to buy some pretzel combos inside and add to my fat ass if I want to do that.
Is that your go-to gas station snack?
Combos, the pretzel pizza-flavored combos.
Okay.
Pizza
That's what
flavor.
you like. Do you get a drink with that?
I might get because Speedway is owned by 7-Eleven, they have big gulps in there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were living that good life.
Oh, well, if you haven't been to a Speedway, go check it out. You get that, you can get the slushy, whatever. But so I put my app in just thinking I was going to get points. And it turns out, I don't know if it was that day or whatever, but I got 5 cents more off a gallon. And then when I put my points in, the app popped up and said, you have enough points to add in, use 2,000 points, you'll get 10 more cents off a gallon. So I got, that's what I did. I do that sound again. I went, So I got 15 cents off a gallon. It was already the cheapest gas in the area.
Period.
And I can't tell you when I left and we kept driving and we drove about 20 more minutes and I go, I can't believe I got that deal back there. I can't believe I got 15 cents off the gallon. I let him out of the car 45 minutes later. Can you believe when I got back there? I felt so good for and it's right. I feel like it was about 3 or 4 hours. Nothing was going to bother me. I felt great. I had a buzz.
Can I just say how I lost control over a deal recently? Because I know what you're talking about.
I'd love to hear it.
So I wore it yesterday. It's my favorite thing I wear right now.
What was it again?
It's a pink. I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
I wore it yesterday. I know you don't remember my outfits, but it's a pink 2-piece set. So it's a pink t-shirt, and it's kind of cropped, like it goes to like your belly button, and then it's pink like soft shorts. Okay, 2-piece set. Well, I got it from Target, and the Target near me had all the other colors on sale. I bought 7 sets because I love it so much. I got heather gray, white, black, dark gray, blue, so I can wear it for the Cubs.
Right.
Another light pink because mine's starting to fade, and a hot pink.
Yes.
I was so excited because they were less than $10 each. They were like $8.50 for the set.
Oh, okay.
So for two items, it was like $4 an item.
What was it regularly priced?
I mean, I'm assuming it was probably like a $15 or $20 set.
Damn right.
Period.
Hell
and I'm like,
yes.
This is the only thing I'm going to wear for months. I'm so excited.
So what color's tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have to wash all of them first. I'm one of those people.
I want you to set up hangers that say, like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
That's
Friday.
What I'm going to do. I have one for every day of the week now, and I'm so excited.
I want you guys to check in. 312-591-8300. The last deal you just scored out of nowhere, and did your buzz last 216 minutes? That's what science says when you score a deal. Case, you got anything lately?
I do, because I've made a change in grocery stores in my life. Brian, for a long time, you can attest to this. I was going to a Jewel-Osco that did not have the highest reputation. What
they have? Reputation?
Yeah, they have reparations.
It sounds like reparations.
I know.
Jesus. Tough crowd.
All right,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to a Jewel-Osco that did not have the highest reputation.
Okay.
Good job.
I have since moved into the Mariano's lifestyle.
Oh, forget about it.
It's a big pivot for me. It's very, very exciting. And of course, what does Mariano's have? They have boxed Krispy Kreme donuts, which is my favorite thing in the entire world.
They're right there when you walk in, too.
And they are hard to ignore, my friend.
No, you can't leave there. I forget what I go there for
100%,
sometimes.
I black out.
Yeah.
I black out. I see a jelly-filled donut, forget it. I know I'm there for lemonade and meat and produce and eggs. I'm now suddenly there for jelly donuts.
Aha.
What I learned, and maybe I sound like an idiot, because again, I wasn't living the Mariano's lifestyle until very recently, but their point system, when you put in your phone number, you save so much money. So I went into the store just by myself a few days ago. My girlfriend was not there to supervise me. I had an entire grocery list with me. It was chicken, it was eggs, it was milk, it was cereals, the whole thing. The only thing I left with was 4 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts, the 6-pack, the variety pack.
Hell yeah.
So it was like a chocolate, it was like a sprinkles, it was like a strawberry sprinkles, it was a jelly, it was a glazed, and then one like bonus fun one. I left with 4 boxes of those. I saved $6 total, all because I put in my phone number.
How about it?
It is better than what I imagined doing heroin is like. It was the greatest feeling in the entire world. I skipped home with 4 boxes of donuts.
What day was this?
This was last Wednesday, because I did it to prepare for Lala. I thought, well, if I'm going to be out in the sun all day, let me eat as many donuts as possible.
Well, I can tell the buzz has lasted longer than 216 minutes from that deal.
Why's that?
Because listen to your voice.
I would imagine he's still eating that many donuts.
No, I kind of rifled through it pretty quick.
Oh, I imagine they were
Stop it. You're done with 4 boxes of donuts?
I was done by Sunday morning.
I was going to say, they were done before day 4, I was going to guess.
Jelly filled now.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Oh, my God.
Full of jelly.
There's nothing better than a Krispy Kreme donut.
It's really good, but also a good deal.
Exactly.
A buzz for last 216 minutes off getting a good deal. 708 checked in. They said on Sunday, I bought a bottle of cologne from Nordstrom YSL myself. It was $182 plus tax, but he got it for $60 with tax.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, it doesn't say if it was a sale price or they just only charged that much. Now, that's an incredible deal when it's a mistake. That's a new level of buzz you get.
When you get one over on somebody?
Yeah, when you get one over and you're like, oh my God, they don't know. They don't know. I'm getting out of here. Did you ever tell somebody, like, I think you rang this up wrong?
No.
I honestly, this is just me and probably my positive thinking. I'm always like, oh my God, I didn't know it was on sale. It's exciting. I never have thought to myself, oh my gosh, it rang up as the wrong price. I've always just assumed it was my lucky day and it was on sale.
Oh my God.
I have walked out with the water under my cart on accident before, though.
Oh, yes.
And I feel like a piece of crap when I get to my car.
Yeah, Costco does a good job of like looking at your cart.
Stopping you.
Yeah, but at one time before they got really crazy, I did that, and I actually went back in because I respect the company, and I said, it's only $3 for a bottle of 40, and I said and they said, just go, you're fine.
They said just go.
They did. Costco, their customer service is the best of all. But love to hear from you guys, especially on the phones. If you call in, tell us your story of a deal that you just want, because people love talking about deals. I'm still thinking about that gas, to be honest. I got that deal on a Speedway. But a buzz of a good deal lasts 216 minutes. On average, science says this by the endorphins that are released. Check in with us right now, 312-591-8300. What was that last deal you got?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're talking about science says when you score a great deal, it gives you a buzz for 216 minutes, like a literal physical buzz. Endorphins are released. No drugs or alcohol needed. Just scoring a good deal makes us feel amazing, especially right now when everything is stupid expensive. And we're asking you guys at 312-591-8300 to check in. Kenzie, what do you got on the text line?
Okay, so Maddie texted in. This is just incredible because you don't think about certain things when you're not into them, like collecting, right? She goes, I collect swords, and I found one that completed my base collection.
Wait a minute, you said swords?
Swords.
Holy crap.
Yeah, like sword fighting swords, okay? I found one that completed my base collection. I don't know what a base collection of swords is. I don't know if hers is a specialty, like maybe Renaissance or something, whatever. She was, and it turns out that because I told the guy that and I was a return customer, I got $100 off the new sword.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah. That obviously means swords are super expensive if the guy was not worried about knocking a hundo off, but good for her.
I picture
What?
Swords being expensive.
Don't worry about the W. Just say swords.
I know there's a W in there. I was trying to be
You're
correct.
trying to get in there into it.
Swords. I expect them to be expensive. And that's the lesson right there of being honest pays off there. You know what I mean?
I love that. I love when people do that. I feel that's a small business thing. It's becoming more of a niche thing. But when you are like always coming back and then they're like, and they know that this is a niche thing. I would imagine, there's more people who collect coins than swords. I would imagine. Could be wrong.
Do you think the store only sells swords?
Or it's just a collector's store of everything?
I don't know.
Collector's dream.
I would love to see a sword store.
But like, sword store? That's a tough one for you. But I love this because, she's obviously super, super into it, has her base collection, and I love when they reward that kind of stuff. I think it's fun.
So we'll get to some phones here. People want to check in with the best deal you got recently, but you know how Case has been watching movies because he's never seen big movies? Like last week he watched Rocky and gave a review of that. You find it on the podcast. This is how I feel with this person.
Okay.
815 said, I just discovered the store Ross. I'm so jealous of this person that they just discovered it now. He says, every day has been an endorphin high since. Every day he's feeling, because he goes to Ross and just all of a sudden, to go into Ross.
Now, the thing is, you're going to hit this Ross point where you realized how much stuff that you've bought that you don't need.
Yes.
Because that happened to me where I'm like, why are there this many towels and blankets? What is happening?
Yeah, but good for you. Enjoy. Amy's checking in from, South Side. Amy, what's up?
So this was a couple years ago. My husband went into Target, and the price on macaroni and cheese was mismarked, and they were 8 cents for a package.
8 cents?
8 cents. And he got like 40 or 50 of them. Like, we probably still have macaroni and cheese, which are probably expired now in our pantry, but he just came home. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
You got a good man right there, woman.
Honestly, we have like the same husband, I think, because my husband does this at Meijer with Special K cereal. He went in the store the other day, and I waited in the car with the baby, and he came out. He was supposed to go get one tomato because I was making burgers.
One?
He came out. I just wanted a tomato because it was just him and I. He came out with an entire grocery cart filled with Special K cereal because it was 98 cents a box and it's his favorite. And we have to store them in the garage because there's so many.
That's also a good man. That's also a good man. Wow. Well, yeah. I mean, you have to do that because you never know when the price is going to go back up again. And if a special deal there, so that's a good man right there.
Thank you.
All right. 312-591-8300. We have Jeannie checking in. Jeannie, what's going on? Whoa, Jeannie.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
Hi. So
Are you in the hurricane in Florida right now?
Out of a plane.
sorry. I have my Bluetooth on in my car. I hope that's okay. I'm driving to work.
Okay,
It's getting a little better.
we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, so I went to visit a girlfriend of mine that lives just outside of Galena in June. And so we like to shop, but we also are like, we like to save when we shop. So first we kind of went into Galena, and did those and was going in and out of the shops. There's a particular store there that I love to go into, but the shoes are not inexpensive. I saw a pair of Merrell hiking shoes that I really liked that were between $120 and $130, but I didn't really want to spend the money. So, we went outside and then we went kind of out. She lives by Apple Canyon and she said there's a thrift store and we tend to go thrift store shopping together when we get together. So I go in this thrift store and I'm looking in their shoe department and they have a pair of Merrell hiking shoes that are really similar to the ones I just saw in Galena. So I bought them. They were like brand new. The inside soles were pristine. So they looked like they hadn't even been worn. And I got them for $3.
What?
That is so awesome.
Yes. So talk about a high. I was on a high the whole freaking weekend.
You still do. Look at her. She's like cursing. She can't handle herself.
So high. Do you hear the passion in her voice, too? Was she like going about it?
You know someone got those hiking boots for Christmas, and they're like, okay, I don't hike. And then they went to the thrift store.
I know. So I made out like a bandit. I was so happy.
Oh, you sound very
still
happy
are.
now.
I love it.
All right, Jeannie, thanks for checking in. We have Doug checking in from Midlothian. Doug is checking in on 216 minutes. It's the buzz of scoring an amazing deal, and it just makes you last forever as you can see something. I love hearing these deals. Doug's checking in. What's up, Doug?
Yo. Ahoy. I had a little bit of a delayed endorphin because I didn't even realize I got a great deal until I got the credit card statement about a month later.
Oh, boy.
So big story. I was flipping my house or whatever and everything like that. Went into Home Depot and bought tile, bought cabinets, bought appliances, everything. So it was a massive bill. Well, I go back and I look at my bill a month later. Instead of charging me for 12 cases of tile, the person scanned the individual tile and only charged me for 12 tiles total.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So yeah, it was about a good $700 to $800 off.
Now,
I know, that's a discount.
did you consider going back to the store and say they made a mistake?
Yeah, I mean, I considered going. No, I didn't. Hell no.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, some local news. And I want to start off with what we talked about earlier, that if you can give blood anytime this week or next week, whatever's good for you. I know you have busy work schedules. We all have that going on. Please do it because the local Red Cross declared an emergency blood shortage after the national inventory fell by 25% in July. I did a little bit more of a deep dive. I thought maybe there was just more need of blood. That really wasn't the case. What happened is the heat. It affected more than 100 blood drives. So there were blood
that
drives.
makes sense.
Yeah, like some air conditionings were broken or people couldn't get out because they said stay home.
Yeah.
So 100 blood drives were affected. And now we have a 25% shortage, and which is super important for people with just a lot of certain whatever they have going on physically or surgeries, whatever, emergency rooms, need blood. And what'd you find, Kenzie, was the most popular or most rare blood type?
So the most rare was the AB
negative, right?
Positive or negative, I forget. And then O negative is the one that works for everybody. So that's a really good one to donate if you have it because they can use it for everybody.
We also discovered that none of us know what our blood type is, which is tragic. And we're not good.
I know.
We're not good.
I had my blood drawn 400 times last year because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
AB negative. That's the one that's most rare.
That's the rarest. So
Yes.
whatever you have, you can have the best or the worst. Well, actually, I shouldn't say the worst. AB negative is not the worst. It's the rarest.
No, it's the rarest.
It's the worst.
It's also, think about how hard it is to get that then donated because it's so rare. So it's very important.
Yeah. So, we may get out. We'll let you know where we're going. Maybe we'll get together here and have a meetup to give blood to help out because there are really dire straits, the Red Cross. So go do that. That'd be great. Other things going on in and around Chicagoland. Did you hear about this Woodfield Mall jewelry heist of $1 million?
What?
did.
I go to Woodfield Mall all the time. What are you about to say to me?
Did you take something?
Sounds like an admission of guilt.
Your Honor, case closed.
I feel like you're being super nosy right now, and I don't like it.
It's weird. I was just there with gloves and a giant trash bag, and it was really fun.
I always feel like my stroller makes me look like I'm stealing stuff because
Yeah.
I have bags stuffed in it, and the bags of things that I bought. And yeah, I do always feel thiefy, even though I'm not.
Kenzie, I can't really look at you right now because the glare coming off of that, whatever
My
that
diamond.
necklaces you have
That's my
on.
new grill. You don't like it?
If you came in with a grill, that'd be incredible.
Yeah, I was inspired by Lil Wayne.
Well, this is actually a terrible story for this local family jewelry store, the Marquee Jewelers there. So the suspects, it was like an Ocean's 11, like the town type of robbery.
Okay.
I think those movies have taught us how to steal really well, too.
I always thought some crime movies were bad ideas. Like, I just feel like they give you ideas for horrible plots.
Yeah. No, the Ocean's 11 and the town are probably the two best robbery movies of all time. So the whole store was wiped out. They cut through the drywall, and the owner even said it was like a scene out of a movie. The whole store was taken. Nothing was left in the store. They did it overnight. Somehow they got in the mall.
Cut through the drywall. Like,
So police said during the overnight hours of Thursday, August 1st, 6 people went into the store by cutting the drywall from the vacant unit next door. It doesn't say how they got in there to stay overnight in the vacant unit, but they somehow got through the mall and just waited in there until everybody left.
oh.
And they dug through the wall, and then they took everything. And the owners say it was close to $1.5 million. And they said, this is merchandise that could ruin us. People think when robberies happen, there's insurance covers everything, but
it doesn't work like that.
No.
No.
They didn't even break any glass.
You have to pay huge deductibles. You have to wait for it to get refunded back. You have to go get, say that product's now marked higher than it was initially to purchase. It ruins everything because that happened to one of our businesses during COVID where everyone's like, who cares that your business got destroyed? And we're like, well, no, it covers certain things, but all the liquor that was stolen, TVs broken, the time waiting for repairs to come, it just doesn't work like that. You lose a lot of money.
And a lot of insurance people, they come in there and they try to find a reason. I'm not ripping them, but they say sometimes, well, what really happened
They'll
here?
only value it at a certain level. They're not going to actually replace everything that happened.
Yeah. So I really feel bad for those people. It's a family business there, the Marquee Jewelers.
Panther-y, doing. Could you just imagine
Incredible.
a hole getting I imagine one of those secret agent tools where they spin it and the hole gets cut in 4 seconds.
I don't know how they got those tools in to cut through. I mean, and then they somehow walk around the mall with a miter saw. What is it called? Is that a miter saw?
Yeah, that's true. So it had to be super secret agency because it must have been small. Unless, you know what they probably did? Oh my gosh. They probably dressed like construction workers.
And no one
brought in
stopped
the
them.
saw, and then they went to the vacant store.
Yep.
And it probably looked like they were working on it.
And that is the plot of Paul Blart Mall Cop.
It is!
Yep.
Hold on, aha!
The best crime movie of all time.
Amen.
Well.
Where's Paul Blart when you need him? This would have never happened.
Yep.
Ever.
Remember when the guy calls him and he's like, peanut, blart, and jelly? One of the funniest lines in movie history.
I love him. I want to marry him. I'm aware.
Well, we hope the people get caught and they get the jewelry back, but it's all in Kenzie's mouth right now for part of her grill. So,
What? My grills.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.